Today we're going to look into the swipe command. With the swipe command, you now have an easy command without creating a very complex action. Because previously with an action, you need to put your finger down, then move it to a position and pull your finger up. For now, you can just use a single line of code. Easy, isn't it? So let's start with that. We're going to start with the settings application of iOS. And just for demo purposes, I'm going to add a few pauses in the code just to make sure that everything is visible for everybody. So let's just start adding a simple pause of 2 seconds. The capabilities will already load the settings app for us. So let's start by creating the swipe. And like I mentioned, we're going to create a very simple swipe command. And this swipe command by default will swipe up. And swipe up means we put our finger at the bottom of the screen and we will swipe it to the top of the screen, meaning we will go down on the page. And just to make sure that everything works and that we see everything, for the demo purpose again, we're going to add a small pause. So let's start by running this specific command. We're going to do that by running the settings script that we created. And here in the logs, you would already see that the settings app will be opened and that we will have a very simple swipe. As you can already see in the command or in the terminal log is that the complete action or the command itself will trigger a complex action in the background. Not something you need to do. So now let's add another step to it. Let's now also swipe back to the top. And if we want to do that, we just need to add an extra argument. We got specific options for the swipe. And in this case, we want to use a different direction. By default, it will swipe up, meaning it will go to the bottom of the page. And we now basically want to go down, meaning we need to go to the top of the page. All those directions are also explained in the documentation. So if you have some questions about that, you can find it there. So let's start by adding a new swipe command. As mentioned, the default is up. We need to go down. And also to make sure that you could see what is happening, let's also add an extra pause. Now let's run this test again. It should now start the settings. It should execute the swipe up, meaning to the bottom of the page. And now, as you can see in the logs, it should execute the swipe down. But as you can also see, nothing is happening on the screen. And the reason for that is that the scroll area itself is not big enough to swipe back down, or basically to the top of the page. We need to start a little bit lower because we've got the dynamic island of iOS. And if we click on that one, well, nothing is happening. By default, we use a percentage of 95% of the screen, but we can also alter that. So if we would now, for example, add a different percentage here, let's say percent is 5% and 50%, and we would execute this test case again. Then we would see that the swipe will be executed. So it will go up, meaning to the bottom of the page. And due to the smaller part of the screen that we're scrolling on or that we're swiping on, it would now execute the swipe down, meaning to the top of the page. And it has been executed successfully. Then there's one last thing that you need to be aware of. There are situations where you have a specific container that you need to use to do the scrolling in. If you want to do that, or if you have that specific carousel, for example, you could use the scroll container. And that should be used by this parameter, meaning the scrollable element. And there you can provide a WebdriverIO element, and then it will automatically use that specific container to do the swiping. So as you can see, swiping now has been made very easy by providing a direction, by providing a percentage, a scrollable element, or if you even want to make this faster or slower, a duration. Happy swiping!